In today's video, we had two legends that should have worked together but didn't. Two legends that should not have worked well together but... And the Mozambique surprised me with its precision at outrageous ranges, which is where our tale begins. My name's Ragtag, the greatest gutteteer gamer on the face of this earth, and my legend of the day was this speedy boy, Octane, and my first test would be stimming my way to a weapon before the 20 other people who landed next to us beat me to it. Hehe, now what?
I hate you!
While I was busy feeling pleased with myself, another Valkyrie had me pinned down. That's the problem with poking at an Octane. We're gonna have one response, and that response is... push the W key! The miniature shotgun was quickly gaining my respect and becoming a makeshift marksman rifle at the same time. It felt like we were the rightful champions of Terraformer after our hard-fought battles, but enemy teams don't care about your feelings, and one such squad descended upon our fuse for a quick kill, but one of their number chose an unfortunate place to land. My beautiful jump pad! Never smash another man's jump pad. It was surely over now. I mean, how many teams could possibly try to claim this zone? We were about to get our answer. But first, today's video is sponsored by Mech Arena, the best way to get your multiplayer shooter fix without worrying about long drawn-out games, because here the action is furiously quick, allowing you to get 2 or 3 games played in under 10 minutes. And the best thing is that this game is on mobile, but also cross-play for PC, allowing you to play on the screen of your choice. The idea is simple. You add mechs to your hangar, gear them up the way you see fit by applying a wide variety of weapons, and take them into battle, but each mech has its own unique ability, and recently I've been finding that this little guy, MD, is a support mech that is a great addition to any team because he has a healing aura that can really come in handy, but you can still throw a javelin missile set on him and horrify your opponents. There's different game modes to choose from, including 5v5 deathmatch, control point clash, and 2v2. There's also tournaments and events with cosmetics to unlock, and I am super happy with this killer clown skin that I just unlocked for my Panther mech. You can also pair pilots to the mechs that give extra bonuses to improve them in combat, and if you want the best one in the game right now, then log in for 7 different days between now and December 18th to receive Neymar Jr. Download Mech Arena using my link in the description. It's completely free to play, and you get a starter pack worth $30, which has a mech skin, 1 amateur crate, and 5,000 credits to help kickstart your game. While our adversaries were knocking on the front door, I came down the helter-skelter and sought to sneakily surprise them. This was madness! Just how many squads wanted to fight to the death in Terraformer? Apparently, all of them. Whoever was stuck up there was making a good job of suppressing us, but that's where the infamous jump pad could finally save the day. Oops, I'm really sorry about that.
Cracked an enemy shield.
This was getting ridiculous, and it seemed as if our luck had finally run out. Low on health, almost no ammo left. Oh well, if this is to be our end, then I would have them make such an end as to be worthy of remembrance. I made a dash for the death box. Please have some ammo in it, please!
Reloading.
Over here.
We had to revive Fuse, but Vantage had sent it all the way to that reviving squad. If I left her alone now, then retrieving her banner if she died might be impossible, so I delayed the respawn, which might have been a dumb idea because it actually seemed like she had things under control.
Let's go revive. Let's leave, come on.
Fuse had waited long enough, we needed to be whole again, and after all we'd suffered, a quiet place to pull ourselves together ready for the end game.
Syringe here. Getting shot at.
Well, that wasn't on the cards, because this was turning out to be one of those matches where someone had poured pheromones all over our gear before we even left the jump ship, as everyone could apparently smell us from 10 miles away. But these are the games that I actually live for, and maybe there's an outside chance that I simply just stink.
Deathbox here.
One of my shortcomings from the list of thousands is that once I've knocked a player, I cannot allow them to be revived, and I'd say I'm working on it, but in actual fact, I'm only working on making sure that they get thirsted once and for all! I paid the price for my aggressiveness by a long-range sniper with a perfect angle on me, and the ring was menacingly closing in on us. But my team weren't ready to see me sent to the afterlife, and I was back in the game with another chance. However, I've been popped one too many times by running for the ring with no health or armor, so I decided to stay and top up. Unfortunately, my teammates ran and didn't look back, meaning if anyone was still hanging around to collect the banners, I'd be fighting them alone.
Charging up. Heads up, we're not alone. Too long. Got trouble.
It was over. Or was it? Well, Fuse changed his mind. Too far, he said. I reminded Vantage that there was still a rampart out there and the revenge mission was on, and hopefully, my banner recovery too. Get wrecked, rampart! But sadly, my banner timed out, and for me, back to the lobby it would be. But my teammates made their way to the next ring and faced the last of the two squads. But Fuse's ultimate would change everything. Unfortunately, it was the enemy Fuse's ultimate that would change everything. Round 5 ring damage. This was the dumbest brave thing I had ever seen. Even though we got obliterated, these sorts of games are the dream for me, where you face team after team in explosive non-stop combat, but the next game supplied us with no third teammate. However, that's okay, because the synergy of Bangalore and Octane would surely work with us charging through the smoke to take our enemies by surprise. All I had to do was play it safe and choose each fight tactically. But what fun would that be? You don't play Octane to pick your moments, you play Octane to make your moments! No one rushing to the aid of our enemy? How strange. We looked all around, but all I found was a badly wounded foe.
Into our safe space.
This wasn't going to be like the first game. But fortunately, in Olympus, everyone knows where to go if they're looking for a fight. You just head to the center of the map and ye shall find what ye seek by using ye oldie PlayStation 5 building as the proverbial lighthouse.
Hey, mira, there's some enemies right here.
The thirstier you feel, the better your aim becomes, and that's a fact that I just made up.
Fire in the hole.
Unfortunately, Maggie escaped her execution by thermite and would soon return for revenge.
Reloading. Down that one.
staggered attack. Good news for us, bad news for them. Bangalore saved me from an embarrassing end, and we headed inside, following the sounds of gunfire as our match had passed the halfway marker with us feeling quite good about ourselves. But I had come to understand that winning 2v3s wasn't always going to work by charging at every single squad, especially because I just lost my 1v1 to Maggie before Bangalore even stepped in. No, from this point, I would be playing it smart.
Back to bad news.
Bangalore stayed in the open, practically daring that squad to charge us. A bold strategy, but perhaps also a foolish one. I felt helpless and my enemies scoured turbine trying to find me. Well, that probably lit the signal fire for them. Stupid stinky poo gas, delete Caustic! By sheer dumb luck or other divine intervention, Bangalore was still safe, and even though it might have been a trap, I went for the revive.
Can't believe I'm standing still. Like,
that enemy team could have been right behind us, and if not, it wouldn't be long before we'd see them again. Okay, Bangalore, let's get some payback and finish that team once and for all.
jump pad out. There's a Yo, we should def check out that care package.
Whilst I respected my teammates' aggression, no cover meant no chance, and I was about to receive a lesson in how much health it costs to remain outside the ring and use Octane stim. Won't survive a medkit now, and it would have been great if I remembered that I actually had a heat shield, but panic is panic, and if you think this is painful to watch, I'm not done disappointing you yet. Yes, okay, I died to a trap filled with Caustic's personal supply of methane from a month of chicken vindaloos, enough to end any living thing on Olympus, and the irony of today is that the stinky gas poo-poo man would soon become my strongest ally, and so begins the tale of two opposites who simply should not succeed, but a simple thing bound us together, as you shall discover in yet another descent to Energy Depot, my favourite place to land if you hadn't figured this out already.
Got you. Come on, bro. Where are the others? Good job, man.
I don't know about you, but when I'm lying on the floor with my face inverted from being punched into next week by a kitchen waste disposal unit, the words,
Got you.
it brought me some comfort because I knew straight away that no matter what, Caustic cared about the overall objective, and Wraith, well, they witnessed something I would rather that they didn't, but the reaction to my misfortune still bred feelings of camaraderie. But then I was about to realise the thing that would bind Caustic and myself to common purpose, a willingness to fight, and more than that, someone who is pushing out far in front while I tried to convince myself I wasn't completely useless when it came to the Marvin slot machines.
Inside enemies, come on.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice, let's fight! Which is when Wraith had an accident on the zipline. Stop it, ping! Ah yes, my connection does exactly the same thing to me, and it's always at the exact moment when I fall to my death. But don't worry, pal, we'll be back for your banner.
Inside.
I guess the ping really was too much after all. Even though the G7 Scout hadn't exactly instilled confidence to my gameplay, I knew that once you lose a teammate, having a versatile loadout would be essential for survival. Besides, the double tap was in the crafter, and when it's on the Scout, enemies are often not ready for the sheer amount of damage if two shots happen to hit together. And yes, I'm capable of it, guys, so shut your mouths. The plan was the same as the last game, just head to the central areas of the map, but this time, we would prevail. Did I say we? Not for long if I forget which weapon to use when.
Mary, come here. Let's go, easy.
I liked this Caustic. He was someone who didn't care about me doinking my head off the roof and foolishly popping a shield battery whilst vigorously ducking skull piercer wingman shots. Oh no, instead, let's go, easy, like there was never any doubt of our combined might. But the thing I liked most about my teammate was that our aggression levels were very similar. Do or die, or don't even try. The ring looked as if it would be pushing us towards Grow Towers, and as we headed towards the end game, I hoped that my new friend would realise the importance of choosing our moment to send everything we had in an all-out sprint.
Got company, and they're not here to sell me chickens.
Okay.
You know what? I still take pleasure in shooting anything mirage-shaped, so shove your bamboozle up your foozle. Okay, that's getting annoying.
Keep going, teammate.
Nailed that whole squad. With only 2 enemies. Downed one.
Finally, our moment had arrived. The last 2 squads were in a fierce battle with each other, so now we could push the WT! Caustic was down, I was low, still 2 enemies alive. What possible difference could I make? But the experience of this game fueled an inner fire, a tangible desire. What if I could pull this off? How would that feel? Let's find out.
Reload. Down that one.
Teamwork made the dream work, and that's the kind of random I love to bump into. Even though the odds were stacked against us, we found a way to bring it home. These games are the reason I play Apex Legends, for making the impossible possible and not getting punished for some truly horrible plays. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Later!